Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Monday, November 3rd. I cannot believe we are in November already, honey. It just seems like just yesterday was January. But anyway, so with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co hosts. I have my Libra Queen, my gorgeous Moon, my Icy Chili, and my special friend Moderna. Hey, booze.
Hey,
Hey.
What's
what up?
up?
What up,
What's up,
love?
y'all? Yeah. And I promised a special announcement for today's show. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. I am super excited about this announcement. So, with that, let me just get everything set up because I want to do it. I don't have no like drum roll sound effect. But, honey, let me just get.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. But so, starting next week, everybody. Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. Thanks to Chat Mosa, we will be doing a giveaway and I will get to live out my Oprah dream, right? So I'm basically like if you were to order Oprah off of Temu, you'll get Auntie Derek. And what I mean by that, so starting next week on November 10th, we will be doing our hot tea cold cash giveaway. Yay!
Yay. Whoop, whoop.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
And somebody go put in the chat, Timu Oprah is crazy. Well, it is what it is. But
What that
what the
means, say, Auntie, hide the money, y'all. It's poor
it's
people
it's
around.
poor people around, baby. And I'm really excited about being able to do this because, at a time where the government is pretty much taking away all the help that poor people have these days, including like SNAP, including like school uh, funds and things like that, I want to be able to give back in any way that I can. So, and that's what we're doing here. So, Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea will be able to give lucky listeners or lucky fans of the show a chance to win $100 per week. And we're going to be doing this, so again, starting on November 10th, and we won't end until next year, January 19th. So there are multiple chances for you to win that $100 weekly.
Girl,
So,
what? Every
yeah,
week?
every week, bitch, $100 every week. Did you say 100 American dollars, Auntie Derek? Well, yes, $100, 100 USD, honey.
Every week? Oh my God,
Every
I wasn't
Money
week.
ready.
ball. Big money
And the
ball.
co-hosts can win, so don't y'all have no attitude if you
Yes,
want
Look,
to
indeed.
win, okay?
look, let me get, let me win. And look, we don't even know. This ain't no. I'm trying to play too to win. Life is rough out here.
Life is rough,
I
and
need
I
them little
encourage all of
$100.
y'all to play because the only people who cannot play in this giveaway is myself, my immediate family, and they were mad at a bitch over the weekend when I told them about this. They was like, "Well, wait a minute, that's not motherfucking fair." I'm like, "Listen, y'all, it's for legal reasons. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I can't." But it's myself, my immediate family, and the people of Chat Mosa. We don't qualify for this giveaway, but everyone else, such as my co-hosts, such as my listeners, such as fans of the show, you all qualify. So please enter, honey.
Yes, because I am not on Chatmosa payroll, baby. So I could play
That part, that part.
every week. Every week.
So
Every
now,
week I'm coming in.
how do you get entry? So you're going to be able to get multiple entries. So how do you
Mm.
get your entry? So the first way, number one, you RSVP to every show that I have. So RSVPing is going to automatically earn you an entry.
Mm.
Number two, how you enter, you're going to attend a live show. So pretty much what y'all already doing now, you come to a live show and you stay in its entirety to hear all of the tea that we have. So pretty much come for the hot tea, leave with some cold cash. So
Ooh, y'all better start coming.
y'all better attend that live show, honey. The
Because I
third
shows
way,
up, baby.
and do, and I appreciate you for it. You have no idea. Now, the third way, so you'll be share my show on your social media and then use the hashtag Auntie Derek. So again, so you'll see like a link. I post a link to my show every day. I do it like 2 hours before the actual live show on 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So at around 10:30, when you see my post on social media, copy that link, post it on your own social media with the hashtag Auntie Derek. Do that so that way I can find you. If you post the link and don't use the hashtag, I won't be able to find you and you won't be able to get in the entry. We just got to keep it fair all the way around. And also, don't play with me because stories do not count. So don't try to post this shit on your story, honey, only for like two or three of your close friends to see it. No, 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 baby. You're putting that on your social media. So whether that be your Twitter, your Instagram, if you make a post for your Instagram, if you your threads, blue sky, all of it. But when you post a link to the show, again, use that hashtag Auntie Derek. And the fourth way to you earn entries by subscribing to me. So go to auntiederek.com and hit that big old green subscribe button. Subscribing automatically puts you in the RSVP class of people, so you're going to automatically get an entry that way. So do not forget to subscribe to a bitch when you see that. And then we're going to be, having like other ways to earn bonus entries, like we're going to be doing poll questions and so on and so on. So, if you would like more information about the giveaways, terms, and conditions, you're able to go, and I'm going to share a link here. You're able to just go to auntiederek.com/, uh, hot tea cold cash. So, again, auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. And there you'll be able to see the giveaways, terms, and conditions. So, I know that was a mouthful, and I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited to give away this $100 weekly again every week up through so starting November 10th, ending on January 19th. Multiple chances to win. So, does anybody have any questions? Look, I know there was a lot. Look, y'all, they're so shocked, honey. They can barely even speak. Oh my God.
Cha-ching.
Look, I'm gonna be entered. Don't be mad, y'all, when I win $100. It's
Don't be
all
mad.
right. Don't be mad.
Listen, and it
Oh,
is,
I'm gonna
and
have a
it's.
little attitude. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have that, but I'm gonna be happy for you too.
Thank you. Look, I'm claiming it, honey.
Name it, claim it, honey. That's all of y'all. I want all my co-hosts to win, but you know how we're going to choose the names weekly. We're going to use a randomizer. So we're going to put those names and those who people who RSVP, those who posted my show with the hashtag Auntie Derek. Their names are going to be entered in the randomizer, and the randomizer is going to choose the winner. So if you have any beef, don't have no beef with me. Don't have no beef with Chat Mosa. Have it with the randomizer. And if
The
you want, we
randomizer,
can.
the randomizer need to know my name. I'm just saying. Randomizer, randomizer. I'm already claiming the randomizer loves me. Okay.
All right.
So we have a note in the chat. Everything was clear. I have no questions. Just good luck to the people who hope to win. Yes. Oh, not let me get my hacking skills up to par. Now, if you read in one of the terms and conditions, chat also reserves the right to terminate this giveaway at any time if there's fraud afoot, honey. So no, do not get your hacking skills up to par.
Look, where is Hammy? Hammy need to hear about this.
Well, he's going to hear about it because I'm going to be announcing it every day, up until the contest and every day during the contest. Because again, we want to be fair. We want to give people, multiple entries and multiple chances to win this good old 100 USD, honey.
Cause look, every little bit helps, honey.
Shout out to
And
Durham.
hey,
A
hey,
Durham royalty.
uh, uh, oh my God, oh my God. But yes, honey. They said not $50, but $100, honey. 100, and we're going to be sending those winnings by way of whatever your preferred method, but it's going to be by way Stripe, Zelle, but this is going to be cash, not a gift card, not a virtual, not yes, honey. $100 cash that's going to be sent to a lucky winner every week starting on November 10th.
Let me get my Stripe account together. Y'all keep talking about. Let me set this up right now.
Yes, honey. So I am truly excited, y'all. So tell a friend, or don't if you want multiple chances to win. But but we would rather you tell a friend because we want to again give everybody an opportunity to win with what we're doing here, and to just kind of my show ain't no hoe now. We want to bring people to the show. The show, I have a damn good thing going on here to
And
enter
do.
through my own horn. So
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Happy
and people need to hear
holidays.
about it. Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Look, I
What they
think we
say?
are a
Wake
fun
that
group of
up.
people. I mean, some. We talk shit. We cackle. We get serious. I think we good. We're a good group.
Hmm. Well, if you're a
I do
bigot,
have
you won't have a good time here.
I do have one question.
Yeah,
So if you win one week, does it reset and you're eligible to win on the other weeks that it's given away?
that is absolutely right. Yes. So, you're not
Ooh.
limited. So if you win once, you're not we don't say, "Hey, you can't win again." The names are put in the randomizer, and the
Okay.
randomizer chooses it like based on the entries and blah blah blah.
And the
Okay.
randomizer loves my name. You got this.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So apparently, I already have a Stripe account. I don't even know about this. How
More than
do?
likely, because especially like if you were around when Twitter was telling it, when Spaces introduced the monetize and they were telling us to set up our Stripe and stuff. So,
Oh, is that where that? Maybe that's where that came from.
so we have a clarifying comment. Let me update my hacking skills to be covert. That's best because at least be covert with it. Well,
Oh, okay. I see where it came from. Okay, okay, okay.
well, remember y'all for the next few weeks, and y'all probably I'm gonna say it so much y'all gonna get tired of hearing it, honey. But hot tea, cold cash for the next few weeks. That's what we are about here at Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. So come for the hot tea, leave with cold cash.
All right now.
Yes. Well, with that, I think we can go ahead and just jump straight into the tea, honey.
Tea time.
Yes. Well, we like to always start off with the latest Diddy news.
Mm.
And the latest news tells us that he is now been Fort Dix. So they granted him approval to spend the remainder of his sentence at Fort Dix, where he and his legal team wanted to go. And they called pictures of him just looking just as ashy as he want to be, honey. So if y'all see, I just shared this TMZ link. Diddy smiles chat with fellow inmates at Fort Dix. So Diddy's just one of the boys behind bars, laughing and chatting with other inmates in the yard in new photos from Fort Dix. We've obtained pics of the star hanging out with a few dudes in the prison yard Saturday, and you got to check him out because Diddy's got the biggest smile on his face. I ain't gonna tell y'all why he's smiling.
What
You know what? You
what
know
you
what?
think
Don't start.
I mean,
what you
look, if
think
I was
they talking about?
talking about honey using him like a pin cushion, and he just and he is just loving it, honey. Allegedly, allegedly.
Well, you know he can't put his dye in his hair, so he's showing his real age.
Look, they ain't got to look at his face, honey. When your face buried in a pillow, that ain't what the. But anyway, um, Diddy's bundled up in a thick dark blue coat, gray pants, and a gray beanie, shooting the you know what with other guys. At one point, Diddy seems to be shaking hands with someone, perhaps making a new friend. Regardless, all these guys seem interested just to chat with the guy, no tension in the air whatsoever. This is the second set of pics we've seen that show Diddy after we published a photo of the guy in prison yesterday, or the other day rather, where he appeared a bit solemn in a bright orange beanie. Diddy was assigned to Fort Dix earlier last week, a major win for the mogul who asked to go there. It's a low security prison in New Jersey where Diddy will serve his time after he was convicted of 2 counts of violating the Mann Act. We hadn't seen a pic of Diddy in more than a year. Cameras weren't allowed in the courtroom during his federal trial, and these photos gave us the first look at the rapper's graying beard. These times in the yard are a nice break for the mogul who's already got a job in the joint. A little R&R after grinding on laundry duty. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Garagos, revealed on the Two Angry Men podcast that he worried about Diddy on the inside, but it looks like he's doing all right so far. Y'all know what he's doing up in that laundry room, honey. He's sniffing them drawers, sniffing them
Ooh,
prison boxes.
stop it.
Allegedly, allegedly. That's why he is
Ew.
loving his laundry. He is loving his laundry job, honey. Oh, y'all put me on laundry
Stanky,
duty. Oh, say no more, honey.
stanky underwear. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
We know he like it to stank, honey. According to all that testimony we've read in court.
Ew.
Not the musk. Got it.
Ugh,
Oh, musk, must. All of it. Leave it alone.
a bunch of shitty booties. Oh, God.
hmm Well, child. Well, speaking of another disgraced mogul, honey, Russell Simmons.
Wait, we got comments in the chat.
Oh, so he asked to go there, pussy. Who he know there that he wanted to be in a cell with? I mean, look, probably
Damn.
every last one of them niggas. Look at how hard he's smiling in that photo, honey.
He
Baby,
wanted to be
well, you
close to his
know,
family, Moderna. That's why he went
hello,
there.
hello. He wanted to be with the ligger bigger tiggers of the prison community.
Montana, you is a fool. Cause what?
Not Beezus said Fort Dix.
And not with the X. Okay.
Y'all ain't shit.
I mean, it's very interesting that that's the one he chose. You know.
hmm
Although I will
Funny,
say,
honey.
one of that other man with that beard, it's a decent frame. Not that I would do anything with it. Prison. Mm-mm. Can't do nothing with that.
Oh, I can do
No.
something with it, just not nothing
You
serious.
you know,
Lord.
honey.
Okay, yeah, let's move on.
Well, moving on, as my friend so kindly suggested. So, another disgraced mogul, honey, Russell Simmons. Baby, and when I tell you there is a lot to this story, so bear with me. And because it's a lot, if y'all like have any questions or anything during my reading, please feel free to, just jump in because I'll be paying attention to this long ass article. But it's by way of Rolling Stone. And you all should see where it says here Russell Simmons owed millions to his accusers. Have they finally found justice? Good question. So, since 2018, Russell Simmons has been living the life of a well heeled holy man, primarily in Bali, cultivating an aesthetic that falls somewhere between eat, pray, love, and alternative medicine practitioner. Calling himself
Mm-mm.
right, calling himself a yogi and professing wellness expertise, he has been promoting his 2015 vegan cookbook on Instagram. The Def Jam Recordings co-founder posted an exuberant selfie with a group of apparent religious pilgrims earlier this year with the caption, "The goal is self-discovery. When one knows the self, he makes life a moving prayer." He should practice living in prayer, and one day in this lifetime or the next, all suffering stops. This introspection
Mm-mm.
has also served as a business opportunity. Simmons is a founder and investor of the is that Jadas Bali Health and Wellness Resort, the destination for devotional and wellness practitioners. He wrote on Instagram. His Instagram account is filled with dedications to his family, yoga mentors, and old school rapper friends. It has probably been at least 1 year since I missed the 8 a.m. meditation, he wrote in August, with Simmons noting recently that Govinda Das Ananda, God's blissful servant, was the name given to me by Krishna, and writing that one woman's introduction to yoga and meditation inspires me to keep serving. Girl, anyway.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
However, full of the pioneering hip hop's mogul's island life might appear, his relocation came amid numerous sexual misconduct allegations back in the United States. For more than a year, Simmons continued residence in Bali, um, uh, devoted with allegations that he had yet to pay agreed upon settlements to at least five women who have accused him of sexual misconduct. So Wendy Franco, Seal Lay Abrams, and Sherry Abernathy said in court papers filed in October 2024 that for more than a year, Simmons hadn't paid 2023 agreements of more than $3 million total. Specifically, Simmons had agreed to pay Franco 515,000 and Abrams and Abernathy $1,265 $6,500 $1,265,000 each. Abernathy alleged that Simmons raped her in 1983, while Abrams claimed Simmons raped her a decade later in 1994. Franco has not publicly made claims against Simmons, but according to settlement paperwork filed in court, The settlement relates to alleged physical injuries and sickness. Documents filed in the legal proceedings also show that as of January 2025, Simmons also owed a total of at least 8 million to three other accusers. So Tina Klein Baker, Tony Sally, and Alexia Jones. These filings from earlier this year claimed that Simmons had paid only 220,000 total to them. A firm spokesperson for Klein Baker's lawyer, Kenya Davies of Boyce Schiller Flexner, said that at this stage of litigation, the attorneys and clients could not comment. The attorney for Sally and Jones declined to comment and declined to make them available for this article. Rolling Stone sent a detailed list of questions related to the allegations of abuse and non payment to multiple attorneys representing Simmons. Simmons, through one of his attorneys, Imran Ansari, declined to comment. 2 days later, after Rolling Stone sent Simmons' question for this article, a lawyer for Franco, Abrams, and Abernathy told Rolling Stone the matter has been resolved, but declined to provide any additional details. Lawyers for Simmons did not reply to additional inquiries on the nature of the resolution, and it remains unclear what conditions and parameters, if any, are included in the resolution or how much money, if any, the women have received. Meanwhile, Simmons has gone on the attack in response to allegations against him. This summer, he filed a defamation suit against HBO and Amy Ziering and Kirby Dick, the filmmakers who produced On the Record, a 2020 documentary featuring interviews with several Simmons accusers, which we talked about here on this show. Simmons' lawyer claimed credible information, persuasive evidence, and witness statements supporting Simmons were disregarded in the making of the film. HBO's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, said in a statement to Rolling Stone that the lawsuit lacks both merit and substance and that they stand behind the documentary. The suit is ongoing. The settlement papers with Franco, Abrams, and Abernathy do not detail specific accusations. Like Franco's, the other two settlements reflect that the settlement amount constitutes a payment for damages for claimants, alleged personal physical injuries and sickness. Nor does Simmons admit wrongdoing in the settlements, which state that his payments does not imply any admission of liability, fault, or wrongdoing. Sally and Jones's settlements also state that the agreements do not admit any liability of wrongdoing, nor specify exact allegations. In interviews with Rolling Stones prior to the resolution, Franco, Abrams, and Abernathy largely described Simmons' apparent delay in payments as another emotional blow in the already arduous process of legal action against him. His non payment, which spanned more than a year at the time of these interviews, felt like another trauma. It was devastating, Franco said in the April interview with Rolling Stone before the resolution. I just felt so stupid, and I thought this person would follow through, and that I thought that someone who could do what he did would turn around and acknowledge me and make some type of amends. You expose yourself to this, and now this person again shows you that it doesn't matter to him. Simmons has said that I own no property in the United States and has cried poverty in filings. His legal team, in a defamation suit filed by former music industry executive Drew Dixon, who accused him of rape in 2017, said in September that he owes them more than $100,000 in fees. Simmons has denied Dixon's claims. The attorneys also said that Simmons is unable to pay a $15,000 penalty imposed by the court on his legal team for missing a scheduled court hearing. Dixon's lawyer, Kenya Davis, shot back that Simmons has money, urging a New York judge to ignore Simmons' palpably false and self serving claims of poverty. Davis said that Simmons has a 75% stake in the Jadas Resort and noted his ongoing partnership with and ownership interest in a Singapore based talent agency. Resolved or not, Franco, Abrams, and Abernathy's year long financial purgatory also exemplifies the unfulfilled promises of hashtag MeToo. Women were encouraged to take action against men who had allegedly harmed them, often upending their lives in the process, only to find that the financial and emotional relief in coming forward might be ephemeral at best. I've never used that word. I'm sorry, y'all. Ephemeral at best, non existent at worst. Simmons' protracted non-payments also reflects the logistical perils and broader challenges for anyone navigating the legal process. People can willingly enter into settlements as Simmons did, but if they don't pay, enforcement of these agreements could spiral into a labyrinth and prolonged legal fight. It could be indefinite, says Daniel Tabak, a partner at the New York law firm Cohen and Gresser, who focuses on bankruptcy and was not involved in any of Simmons's cases. There's no guarantee that plaintiffs will ever be able to collect. Meanwhile, Simmons's financial liabilities don't seem to have impeded his movements. On August 11th, he posted a video of himself and a fan to his Instagram shot in New York City. NYC can be so magical, he wrote. Just met this wonderful young lady. She is full of love. Mm, child. Anyway, for years, Franco dealt with her pain personally and alone and tried as best as she could to avoid thinking about Simmons. I did not follow Russell Simmons in any way. I was very averse to him and everything about him, she says. Then came hashtag Me Too. While Franco declined to discuss the specifics of her allegations, Ms. Franco is reluctant to elaborate on her claims against Mr. Simmons, given his penchant for litigation. Her attorney, Andrew Wilson of Emory, Selly, Brinkerhoff, Abadi, Ward, and Mazel, tells Rolling Stone. Them a lot of people, honey, at that office. Anyway, she spoke openly prior to the resolution about the deep emotional toll of Simmons' apparent failure to pay the settlement. A lot of people were writing about their experiences with powerful men having abused them, Franco tells Rolling Stone. She had come across accounts of women speaking out against Simmons and had learned about a documentary on him while it was already in progress. I missed my opportunity to be in this film because it had already been done, Franco says. It was a letdown. Franco contended with economic and family hardships from a young age. The 50-year-old came to the U.S. with her family from the Dominican Republic at age 11 and describes the move as a lot of trauma. She and her siblings were separated and scattered into foster homes during the immigration process. Franco says she was pretty much living on my own by the age of 14 and staying with friends in New York. She wanted to act, but her dyslexia and need to learn English on her own scared her from reading in public. But Franco, who ultimately became enmeshed in the downtown New York City arts world, taught herself by reading The Outsiders with the dictionary, listening to the Smiths, and translating. The resilience carried forward. Franco kept up with Simmons's accusers through social media and discovered the Adult Survivors Act. The 2022 New York state law created a 1 year window for adult survivors of sexual misconduct to file civil claims against their alleged abusers that otherwise would have exceeded the statute of limitations. It felt like divine intervention, she says, sometimes twirling a ringlet around her finger when she speaks. It felt crazy and it worked out. I felt like a little bit of my history was validated. It was amazing. The settlement addressed a sense of dehumanization that had weighed on her for years. It's like a life shifting, life changing trauma that makes you doubt who you are and your value and your worth. And it means so little to the person who traumatizes you, who abuses you. It means nothing to them. It means nothing to them, she says. They might not even fucking remember it. So to have that person have to admit, even if it's just to get you off of their back, that you existed is incredibly important. Abernathy, who, as Sherry Share, was a founding member of the pioneering all female hip hop group Mercedes Ladies, describes a sense of empowerment in her decision to come forward. The 64-year-old former rapper still delivers her words enthusiastically, often smiling as she recalls the group's music. She tells Rolling Stone that she worried about reprisal amid her already turbulent life, and had she come forward back in the 1980s. Abernathy's family, consisting of her mother and 10 siblings, constantly faced eviction in New York City. Writing was her solace. She was frequently scribbling in black and white specked notebooks, covering one side in rhymes and the other with diary like missives. During one eviction, Abernathy recalls city marshals took her composition book. That really hurt me, she says. She crossed paths with Simmons a few times while she was pushing hard for Mercedes Lady's success. She had previously said that Simmons attacked her one evening after luring her to his office under the false pretenses of a business conversation. And this is what Drew Dixon said, and Kelly Catrone said happened to them as well. Anyway, Abernathy alluded to the alleged rape in her 2008 biographical novel, Mercedes Ladies, but did not name Simmons despite her friends' encouragement to do so. She mulled naming him for 4 months, but ultimately decided against him. I felt that if I came out, she tells Rolling Stone, I would have a lot of trouble on my hands. That changed in late 2017. Following allegations against Harvey Weinstein that October, more women were coming forward with sexual misconduct claims against powerful men in the entertainment industry, including music, notably leading to the conviction of R&B star R. Kelly and sprawling allegations against Marilyn Manson. Manson has denied the claims. Model Carrie Clausen accused Simmons of sexual assault in a November 2017 article in the Los Angeles Times. Less than 2 weeks later, screenwriter Jenny Lumet alleged in the Hollywood Reporter that Simmons sexually assaulted her. Three women, including Dixon, accused Simmons of rape in a December 13, 2017 New York Times article. Simmons is fighting Dixon's defamation suit in part by insisting that his broad denials of sexual misconduct on the podcast did not directly name her. I'm almost finished, y'all, I promise. That same day, Abernathy was one of five women who accused Simmons of misconduct in a Los Angeles article. I never really expected that all these women would come out. I thought I was the only one, she says. When it came out, I felt a little bit of empowerment behind it. I thought there was never going to be justice, but justice did come out. Simmons has repeatedly denied the claim, saying in 2017 that these horrific accusations have shocked me to my core and all of my relations have been consensual. He apologized in another statement for being thoughtless and insensitive. Weeks earlier, he said that he had never committed any acts of aggression or violence in my life. I would never knowingly cause fear or harm to anyone. The settlement wasn't about money, says Abernathy, noting how she didn't name Simmons despite her book coming out at the height of his fame. I'm not a money person. I've always worked and kept paying my own way. For Abernathy, who recently retired after working as a New York State court officer for 20 years, the settlement meant that Simmons was being held to account for his actions. Abrams, a writer and survivor advocate, said she was surprised that there might be any way to get justice. When I first heard of the Adult Survivors Act, I was shocked that it would even pass. I always held reservations about it as a mechanism for justice, but because I know how extensive sexual victimization is in our society, she says. We treat it as if it's this aberration, and while it is aberrant, unfortunately, it is common. And one of the things we've learned from hashtag Me Too was how widespread the issue is. It's not something that just happens on the fringes of society. Abrams, who said that she came from a chaotic home, told the Hollywood Reporter that she met Simmons in 1989. She had moved to New York City the prior year and was working as a nightclub hostess. She also worked as an executive assistant at Def Jam in 1992. A few years after meeting Simmons, they had sex at various points. In 1994, Abrams saw Simmons for what she believed was a platonic meeting. She had previously told him she no longer wanted a sexual relationship, and he agreed to that, according to her interview with the Hollywood Reporter. When they were out that night, has previously said she was drinking alcohol while Simmons drank sparkling water, claiming he was sober. Later that evening, Abrams asked Simmons to direct his driver to bring her home, but she was driven to his apartment instead. Abrams said that she passed out on his bed with her clothes on. Abrams, who has said that she was wavering in and out of consciousness, alleged that Simmons raped her despite her repeatedly saying no, and then directed her to leave his apartment because he was waiting for a romantic interest to call him. Child. In November of 2023, it seemed like things would finally come to a close for the three women. Simmons signed settlements with Abrams, Abernathy, and Franco and agreed to an October of 2024 deadline for payment. These settlement agreements were confidential, meaning that the women were legally barred from disclosing the amount or even the existence of a potential settlement. Nobody would know that he paid the women a dime, um, obviating the possibility of additional bad press. As part of these settlements, Simmons had also signed paperwork attesting that he owed them the settlement money and confirming the payment deadline. Because these settlements, I'm sorry, but because these statements effectively validated the settlements, they should have expedited enforcement. The statements also stipulated that if Simmons didn't pay, the women's attorneys could file these statements and the total amounts owed in court and make them public. Simmons blew past that deadline without paying any of the women. The women's attorneys filed these statements in October of 2024, publicly revealing that he had brokered confidential agreements alongside the amounts. I was looking at my phone every day, Franco says, of waiting for Simmons's payments. When she spoke to her attorney at the deadline and learned that he hadn't paid, it was devastating. It just made me feel crazy. I cried for days. I was completely incapacitated, she tells Rolling Stone. I didn't work for a little bit, and not because I'm melodramatic, not because I'm a fucking take to my bed person. Franco was angry. The burden of that limbo, she says, she was like an anchor. Abernathy voices similar sentiments. After a very tedious and long process, she and Simmons had come to an agreement, and for her, it seemed like it would be as over as it could be. I thought, and I'm quite sure the rest of the girls thought that Russell was going to keep his promise. When he delayed payment for more than a year, all the while all the while leaning harder into his Zen vibe and luxe tropical lifestyle on social media, it was like living a nightmare over and over. Last spring, Abernathy underwent brain surgery for an aneurysm and was in the hospital fighting for my life. As a result, Abernathy says she must avoid stress and keep her blood pressure down. She also needs a clear head for a hopeful Mercedes Ladies project. I didn't want to get upset, she said at the time of the ongoing non payment. I didn't want to start crying again. Abram says the past year touched her longstanding reservations about the legal process. With the Adult Survivors Act, my concern was that one of these cases began to be settled through the civil courts. A pushback would come with the narrative that had always existed, that the attention of a survivor coming forward is monetary gain. She says she still decided to give it a shot, going into the negotiation with an open mind. She was baffled at Simmons's delay in upholding the agreement, saying the situation just kept him tethered to all of us. How do you go from the godfather of hip hop to this broken, cornered animal on this tiny island? Abram said. That's quite sad. Abram says the entire situation points to the limitations that civil suits can have on actual. I'm sorry. The Abram says the entire situation points to the limitations that civil suits can have on actually bringing survivors some measure of justice that's intended. The whole part of coming to a settlement is to avoid lengthy lawsuits and trials that can cost both sides more money. More settlements include confidentiality clauses that not only conceal the settlement figure, but also bar anyone involved from publicly discussing it. When someone doesn't pay, collecting the owed money isn't as straightforward as sending an angry letter. The person with the purse strings could decide to stall or skip out on their tab. Attorneys can take them to court. A judge can order payment. Banks can be forced to comply. But if the money isn't readily available, getting it becomes a challenging process. As sophisticated, wealthy defendant often can hide their assets in a way that makes it very difficult for plaintiffs to collect. Explains Tabak, the Cohen and Gresser lawyer who helmed Hulk Hogan's legal team in Gawker's bankruptcy, resulting in a $31 million settlement. The state of Simmons's finances remains unclear. For years, Simmons has been fighting his ex-wife Kimora Lee in court over millions of dollars in Celsius Energy Drinks shares that feds want to seize following the money laundering conspiracy conviction of Kimora's ex-husband Tim Leisner. Through a rep, she declined to comment for this article. How exactly the Celsius case will play out is unknown. A recent court filing suggests that Simmons and Kimura might have to come to some sort of agreement that's yet to be finalized. But at the very least, Simmons has tens of millions on the line. Three of his accusers, Sally, Baker, and Jones, have appeared in court filings as interested parties in the Celsius case, though it's unclear if any of the disputed money will go to the accusers. Wilson's, Franco's attorney, has subpoenaed a business firm that works with Simmons for information about his finances. He has also subpoenaed one of Simmons' daughters, Aoki Lee Simmons, for financial information. Wilson's firm also sent Aoki Lee a letter dated April 4th, warning that if she spent any of her father's money, she could be on the hook for his non payment. A rep for Aoki said he was not able to reach her for comment. Resolution aside, the months of waiting both took a toll and prompted questions for the women. He has his freedom, technically, but he's trapped in a prison of his own making, mentally and otherwise. He's not dealing with reality, Abram said in July. The reality is he owes a significant number of people a significant amount of money. And that's not going to get wiped away just because he chooses to hide on an island in the ocean. Woo, honey. Like I said, I know that was a lot, honey. A lot of information. But baby,
So, in other words, stay in Bali.
he might need to. Your money and your finances, honey. If you're in them Swiss bank accounts, honey, because they coming for you, bro, for real. And them girls saying that he agreed to pay this money, and they settled quietly. See, we didn't know they settled quietly. We didn't know none of those accusers settled quietly. So they settled quietly, and he agreed to pay them. Um, and it was given like a deadline in October 20th to 24. The accusers couldn't say anything about the settlement or the amount of money they received, and he still decided not, child. But that's probably why he was when him and his daughter was going back and forth on that Instagram live that time. He was like, "I'm broke. I ain't got no money," or something he said. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But I mean, I wouldn't trust nothing his lying ass say, honey. Nothing. So let me see. What's his did he say devotail or dovetail? Is oh that's how you say the child? I never used that word before.
Like, what did he just say? I had to
Look,
put my describble on. Like, what was that word?
look, when in doubt, sound it out, honey.
You sound it out, baby. Sound it out.
Whoo, child. So, whew, that was a lot of information. So, I'm definitely gonna like follow this. I want to see, especially when it comes to like the Drew Dixon and the on the record lawsuit. I really want to see like how because he's claiming that they had evidence saying that what Drew and everybody else in the documentary was saying was not true. But HBO and the producer like, baby, we're standing by what we said. We
Oh
have
yeah, yeah.
credible information.
Of course he's gonna say that. I believe every word of it that he did that, and he owes. Why would he run to Bali if he was innocent?
That part.
Stand and defend it if you think they were lying and prove it. So your actions alone speak volumes.
That part. Well, speaking of action speaking volumes, honey, remember when I said that when Drake filed that lawsuit against UMG and I said he
Hmm.
might want to chill out because he's going to open up a can of worms and people are going to start learning that bots and things are being used to amplify his music and stuff.
Uh huh.
Well, baby, that day has come forward.
Of course it did.
So I have this link from Hot New Hip Hop. Oh, wait a minute.
Say some of the worms may belong to you, so you might want to leave the worms in there. Uh oh. Brief intermission. Okay, we shall resume shortly.
Yeah, I'm like, how I kick a big bitch on my own damn show?
You just went whoop.
I'm trying to share the link. It says, "Oop, we're sorry." Next thing I know, I had to come back up in here.
Because I looked up, I looked away for a minute and looked back, and you was gone.
Yes, honey. So apologies. Oh, it looked like it did the same thing again. Hold on. I might have to refresh.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I keep getting something going on with anytime I'm trying to share a link.
Your internet found that article too. That was a long article. All that to say, yeah, he's still not. He's not doing right. Your heart not in the right place. Okay. And he has the, what does he have? The asymmetrical eyes.
Hmm.
When they say the eyes don't lie, they really mean that. Now, I don't know if they really knew what they were talking about when they said that, but, and if it wasn't for that article I found that talked about the faces of criminals, I wouldn't know it either. But definitely, it stands out.
Yep, agreed. So I have a comment in the chat saying, yeah, maybe, yeah, because it seems like this article isn't working when I try to share it. So what I'm gonna do is share my screen and hopefully, Spectrum won't be a hating ass bitch.
It won't kick you out again.
Hopefully.
Well, let's see.
Well, so I have this hot new hip hop article that I wanted to share on my list of things, but it's not doing it. But you all should see it when I share my screen.
Yeah.
And you all should see where it says Spotify hit with lawsuit claiming billions of Drake streams came from bots.
Uh-oh.
That's a he. Look, he the one open up that can of worms, honey.
He did.
Well, Spotify is facing a new class action lawsuit accusing the company of turning a blind eye to mass scale fraudulent streaming. According to Rolling Stone, the filing alleges that Drake has been profiting from billions of fake streams as a result. The lawsuit lists rapper RBX as a plaintiff in the case, both individually and on behalf of other members in the general public similarly situated. Every month, under Spotify's watchful eye, billions of fraudulent streams are generated from fake, illegitimate, and/or illegal methods, the lawsuit alleges, arguing that the situation causes massive financial harm to legitimate artists, songwriters, producers, and other rights holders. The filing explains that Spotify pays out royalties through a stream share model in which all streams are grouped together. Payments are later made out by calculating a percentage to determine each artist's share of those total streams. In turn, the lawsuit urges fake streams would devalue the payout to smaller artists. Despite claiming the use of bots and fake streams is a prominent issue on the platform, the lawsuit only names Drake specifically. It claims Spotify already knows or should know about a substantial amount of information that can prove the Toronto rapper has been profiting from bot accounts. However, he is not listed as a defendant in the case, nor is he accused of any criminal conduct. The plaintiffs are seeking a jury trial to determine compensatory and punitive damages. The filing alleges rights holders have been defrauded out of hundreds of millions of dollars as a result of the alleged actions of Spotify. While Drake isn't a defendant in the Spotify case, he's facing another class action lawsuit alongside Aiden Ross and the online casino Stake. The filing accuses the group of allegedly promoting illegal and predatory gambling, which they do. Allegedly,
Mm.
allegedly, they do.
Should have just sat there and ate your food. I look
hmm
at you. Wonder who those plaintiffs are.
As somebody by the name of RBX, let me see if I can Google him real quick. RBX rapper. Oh, he look like he don't play. Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh, girl. Let me share my screen real quick.
He looks serious
Oh,
about
he look like he don't play. Girl, look at him.
it.
He looks like somebody you do not want to piss off.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he does.
hmm
Okay,
And
well,
you know what? Let me try to. I'm gonna do a custom link just so that way I can have that Spotify and Drake story on the list of things to talk about. Y'all give me like 1 minute. Let me see if that works. And this should work. for those of you who are listening and would like to read the story for yourself later. Okay, yep, that worked. All right,
Yay.
so the story that I just read is available on slide 6 for those who are listening. Well, speaking of more young money weirdos, Nicki Minaj, honey.
Oh,
Child. I hope this article works because it's from the same website from Hot New Hip Hop. Let me see.
let's see.
Yep, this one's fine. And you all should see where I just shared on slide 7. Nicki Minaj faces immense pushback for comments on Christianity in Nigeria. Pretty much, she just woke up that she's a whole Trump supporting, MAGA, build that wall, whole weirdo. But anyway, so Nicki Minaj is facing tons of backlash on social media for sharing Donald Trump's recent message in which he claims thousands of Christians are being killed in Nigeria. In sharing the statement, Minaj thanked the president and also referenced Christian persecution. Reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude, she wrote. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Do the Christians know that? Anyway, um,
No,
in
they
the
don't.
reply, in the replies, tons of users have since accused her of spreading falsehoods about what's going on in the country. Suddenly, there's a campaign about something that happened in Nigeria, and they want to blame Muslims. The funny thing is, Nicki Minaj suddenly cares about Christianity, but stays silent about what's happening to Christians in Gaza. So that seems to be orchestrated by someone, one user said. Another argued there is no ethnic or religious group that is being persecuted in Nigeria. What we have are Boko Haram terrorists, and they don't discriminate. In fact, they attack and kill more Muslims while praying at mosques than any other faith in the country. The BBC reports that various organizations monitoring violence in Nigeria have suggested that there is no evidence Christians are being killed at a higher rate than Muslims. Oh, and my grandmother's dog says hello, y'all. Um, it's not the first time Nicki Minaj has voiced her support for Donald Trump on social media in recent weeks. She also divided her fan base by praising the president in the midst of trolling his opponent in the 2024 presidential election, Kamala Harris. Flattering photos are allowed to be posted of me again. Thanks, POTUS, Minaj wrote in another post. Epiphany had politicians thinking that she would lead them to a victory. Had Live Nation thinking she knew her shit. LOL. How much money did VP Harris have stacked up for her campaign again? Yikes. Oh my gosh, she is so. Oh, girl, I can't. I can't.
Whatever, Nikki.
I mean, real. I'm just surprised that people are surprised because she been showing her MAGA behind for the longest. For that, I mean, she even said in that song with her and Uzi Vert, where she say, "I got a Republican doctor, make my ass great again, MAGA." Remember that? It was in our face the whole time, honey.
No, I'm not that deep into her lyrics that I would even know that. Okay.
That's fair, touche. That's fair. Slayonka, I think y'all need to have you and the other Sagittarians. Y'all need to have a meeting. Happiness, you included in that too. Y'all need to get a meeting together. Y'all need to have a meeting about her, honey. Y'all
Well,
need to have a
There's
meeting
a
about her.
meeting in the lace room.
she
Okay.
need, she need to fire that doctor. Is all I could say. If that's the ass she's bragging about,
Oop.
he didn't do a good job. Okay.
Okay, diaper booty.
Oop.
Cause
Well, honey, speaking of diaper booties, Offset. Well, I guess he's not a diaper booty, but the album is because ain't nobody talking. There ain't nobody saying shit about that album that he just came out. They talking about him and his mess. So remember, we talked about him owing $2.3 million in unpaid taxes, allegedly.
mm-hmm.
Now, honey, he going through a whole thing. So how about a security guard at a dispensary in LA is suing him? And y'all should see I just shared this TMZ article. Offset sued by dispensary security guard who claimed rapper attacked him. So Offset is being sued over an alleged altercation at a dispensary with a security guard claiming the rapper attacked him. Jim Sanchez is suing the rapper, saying he's a security guard who was working at the Madman LAX back in March when Offset and his friends allegedly came to the store. In the lawsuit, Sanchez claims he asked Offset to show identification, which he says upset the rapper. Sanchez claims Offset became hostile, verbally confrontational, and physically attacked plaintiff by striking him in the face. Sanchez says several people with Offset then piled on to further assault and batter him, which he claims resulted in him suffering from headaches and neck pain so severe that paramedics took him to the hospital. Sanchez is suing Offset for assault, battery, and intentional affliction of emotional distress. We told you about this alleged incident back in March, which Offset called complete and total BS. At the time, Offset's side claimed the security guard rushed at the rapper, even spat on him, which caused the fight to break out. Multiple sources told TMZ Hip Hop the rapper punched the guard, who they alleged then used a can of mace on Offset and his crew. We've reached out to Offset and Sanchez's attorney for more information. So far, no word back. Mm-mm.
Now, we are to believe that a security guard bum rushed a whole group of men and spit on Offset. That's what we are to believe.
That's what we to believe, honey.
Okay.
And I'm sure this can be easily verified. Like, I'm sure there's record of that man going to the paramedics.
Well, don't
Uh,
those stores have cameras everywhere? I mean, I would think the
mhm,
dispensaries have high tech systems in place. Did the witnesses
mhm.
say? I didn't see anything about the witnesses said, "Oh yeah, he spit on him." They did say he
Yeah,
punched him in the face, but nothing about spitting on him.
right.
So okay,
Child, imagine you got a whole album that was released Friday and ain't nobody talking about it.
hmm,
Child, hey, when you do clownery.
maybe the clowns fight back.
hmm Well, speaking of clownery, honey, treason clownery, prize, baby. So remember, we talked about him not too long ago, and we learned that he's going to be, well, he was in court pretty much fighting for his freedom, and we learned that he's going to be doing a documentary about his situation, produced by Mark Wahlberg. Well, baby, 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 honey. Oh, baby. So I have this link from Vibe, and y'all should see where it says Pras Michelle ordered to pay $64 million to government amid federal conspiracy, illegal
Damn!
lobbying convictions. 64 million American dollars, honey. USD, honey. Oh
Wow!
my. Well, Prize, you could RSVP to Auntie Derek's daytime she starting on November 10th. And I know it's only $100 per week, but I know anything is better than
Stop!
anything's
Stop!
better than nothing.
Stop! Oh my God, that's a lot of money.
Them's a lot of millions and $64 million. Well,
Damn!
Pras Michelle, the Grammy winning rapper and founding member of the Fugees, has been ordered to pay nearly $65 million to the federal government following his conviction on multiple conspiracy related charges. According to court documents obtained by Complex, federal judge Colleen Collar Cotelli ruled that Pras had obtained proceeds in the amount of at least 64,923,226 from his offense for failing to register as an agent of China, conspiracy, and witness tampering. Michelle was found guilty in April of 2023 on 10 criminal counts, including conspiracy and foreign lobbying. The charges stem from his alleged role in helping Malaysian financier Joe Low gain political access to former U.S. presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump, while also participating in schemes to illegally fund parts of their respective presidential campaigns. They already took 100 million from him, and now they want another 64 million. Prada's spokeswoman Erica Dumas told Billboard, expressing frustration over the mounting financial penalties the artist faces. Michelle's legal troubles have been compounded by health concerns. His sentencing, originally scheduled for September, was postponed after he underwent emergency surgery for colon cancer. Due to emergency surgery to treat colon cancer, Praz was unable to appear at Friday's, Dumas told Rolling Stone at the time. We are hopeful for his swift healing and recovering during this challenging chapter. Adding further controversy to the case, in 2024, Praz's lawyer, David Kenner, pled guilty to criminal contempt of court for leaking confidential grand jury materials to Bloomberg News. Kenner had represented Michelle throughout the high profile federal conspiracy proceedings. The rapper is now expected to be sentenced in December, where he faces up to 10 years in federal prison, though his attorneys have requested a reduced sentence of 3 years in light of his medical condition and cooperation with authorities. Child,
He in trouble.
he is in serious trouble, honey. Oof. 64 million and to do that. I mean, there's no way he's gonna be able to pay that money back like that. I mean, unless he called Joe Low and be like, "Hey, bro, just like I know you in hiding right now, allegedly, but just slide a bitch a few million. Help a bitch out, get me out of this, cause
Yeah, I don't
ooh,
think he got it like that. You'd have to
mm,
be a billionaire to come up with that kind of cash
right."
and not miss it. You know what I'm saying? He might be worth 65 million, and that's it. Like he'll be broke.
Just out of curiosity, let me just prize
Net
Michelle
worth.
net worth,
I
and
was
let's see
being
what comes up.
generous.
Okay, let me see. Yep, it says Prize Michelle has a net worth of 20 million on celebritynetworth.com.
Oh, you in trouble, girl.
Well, Prize RSVP hunted for an entry for our hot tea cold cash giveaway. And then take that $100 and add it to it, or go get you a sandwich or something. I don't know.
And that's
But anyway.
assuming that's liquid. That's probably assets in total. That's not all cash, I'm sure. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Sad ending, really.
Well, speaking of people who in trouble, honey, Lil Durk has like at least one legal win after all he's been going through. So I have another link from Hot New Hip Hop, and you all should see where it says Lil Durk secures $12 million lawsuit victory amid murder for hire case. So Lil Durk has been having a hard time in prison for the past year, and his murder for hire trial is set to begin early next year. While he still has a lot of support behind him from loved ones and fans, recent updates range from promising to upsetting. However, according to an exclusive all hip hop report from Grouchy Greg Watkins, the Chicago rapper recently got some good legal news. Per United States District Court records, the court dismissed a lawsuit against him from Exceed Talent Capital. The 2023 suit sought 12.5 million and also targeted the Only the Family (OTF) label and Smirk's former manager Andrew Bonsu. Exceed claimed that India Royale's Boo and his team falsely promised them perpetual rights to the track Bedtime in exchange for $600,000. After paying $450,000, they allegedly learned that Dirk's exclusive deal with Sony's Alamo Records nullified this agreement. Alamo Records sent Exceed a cease and desist letter in May of 2023 and clarified that he and his team do not have the authority to give folks the right to records. Then they demanded a refund and filed the lawsuit when they didn't receive a response. Exceed made allegations of manifest fraud and claimed reputational damage and financial losses as effects of the deal's failure. Now, though, Lil Durk has one less issue to handle. The court reportedly dismissed all claims against him and his affiliated companies with prejudice. In other words, Exceed can't file the same claim against The Voice and his OTF label again. No party will get their legal fees back, and he waived right to appeal this decision. However, Exceed's lawsuit is still active. It's just only targeting Andrew Bonsu and TTPMG LLC, who allegedly handled this deal's negotiations. Nothing in this stipulation shall be construed to release, waive, diminish, impair, or otherwise affect any claim and rights that any party may possess against those non-appearing defendants. Court documents reportedly read. Meanwhile, updates on Lil Durk's murder for hire case continue to pour in. He stands accused of ordering a hit on Quando Rondo and leading to the death of his cousin, Lil Pab. Mm-mm. So I guess that's good. So he ain't got to worry about that now. But he got to just put all his energy on that murder for hire case and converting all those other inmates to Islam. Because what he did the last we learned he converted 13 of his fellow inmates to Islam, honey. So work on that. So now you ain't got to worry about this no more. I guess.
I bet he wished that was the other way around.
Okay. Well, now this next piece of news, y'all, is sad. It is really sad. So remember we talked about Big U that was pretty much like essentially the real life version of Debo from Friday, and Big U well connected in LA and all of that, very much part of LA culture and all of that. But we learned a couple of months ago that he was picked up over a Rico case and all of that. Well, this next story really isn't about him. The next story is about his son, who unfortunately was killed on Halloween night. So, condolences
Mm.
to Big U's family.
Oh, that
Um,
guy. Oh.
yep. So y'all see where says here by way of all hip hop, Big U's son reportedly killed in Los Angeles. So, Jabari Henley, the son of Eugene Big U Henley Jr., was fatally shot late Friday night, October 31st, near a South Los Angeles smoke shop, according to KTLA. The tragedy unfolds as Big U himself faces serious federal and RICO accusations linking him to a murder and alleged criminal enterprise. Jabari, known in his community as Baby Huey, was gunned down at around 11 p.m. local time near the 69th block of Figueroa Street. Police have not publicly confirmed his identity, but audio believed to be from police scanners apparently identified him. Witnesses reported Baby Huey had just exited the store when shots rang out. Graphic footage of the scene quickly spread overnight. An unverified post claimed that several men wearing Texas Ranger style hats were stopped by police as potential suspects. The LAPD has yet to issue an official statement regarding the incident. Big U, once a Rolling 60s leader and later a mentor to artists like Nipsey Hussle and Corrupt, has long been seen as both a reform community advocate and controversial figure. Through his nonprofit, Developing Options, he worked with at-risk youth and ex-offenders, earning praise for steering many towards education and employment. However, federal filings paint a starkly different picture. Prosecutors allege Henley used his charity as a front for a criminal operation in South LA and may be connected to the killing of a man named Rayshawn Williams in Las Vegas. Court documents claim there's probable cause to believe Henley murdered Williams, also known as a rapper signed to his label, Unique Music. Williams, initially identified as RW in legal documents, released a diss track targeting him. Authorities say Henley kidnapped Williams, killed him, and dragged his body into the desert. Williams, once a wide receiver for Crenshaw High School's football team, was teammates with Big U's younger son, Dayon Henley. He's now a linebacker for the Los Angeles Chargers. Eugene Big U Henley Jr. is currently being held in federal custody pending a detention hearing later this month. If convicted, he faces a potential life sentence. So yeah, really sad. Rest in peace,
Mm.
Big U, Baby Huey.
Little Yui. Yeah. Oh, that's so terrible.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
I,
And I hope he wasn't doing what they said he was. I hope not.
Who you hold big? You won't doing what he said it was.
But they say he was doing.
Oh, he absolutely was, honey. Because if the feds was able to pick that ass up over Rico, that mean they be watching him for a long
Look, I
time
was
doing.
look, I was trying to be hopeful. I was trying. Look,
Look,
look.
look, just like what 50 Cent said on that show y'all don't watch on Power. Guilty as fuck. He did that shit.
Look
Allegedly,
here.
allegedly.
I mean, they tried to get Diddy on Rico instead of the charges they should have got him on.
And had they stopped pussyfooting around, honey, they would have did some. But you know what? I'm not a lawyer. Let me keep my comments to myself. Y'all, I am sorry to report if you were waiting on another 2088 album, you know that you remember 2088 was the group that featured Big Sean and Janae Aiko.
No,
Well, that was actually a really good joint album between the two, and a lot of fans of that album, we were promised that a second one was coming out, but
they
it doesn't
broke
look like
up.
that's going to be They broke up, girl. They are
What?
done. So yes, honey. And I have this link here from All Hip Hop. You all should see where it says here Janae Aiko and Big Sean reportedly end their relationship after a 10-year love affair.
God damn! Quit having babies by these dudes because they just don't work. What is going on?
In
Well,
other news, water is wet.
okay, not too much on this Aries King. Not too much,
Eh,
okay?
are we
Whatever.
sure? What I'm like,
And once I read this article, honey, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, he a Aries for real.
oh shit. You know, mm.
Well, Janae Aiko and Big Sean, one of rap's favorite couples for the longest, have officially parted ways. This is like a decade of love, music, and family down the drain. The split reportedly did not happen overnight. Sources say Aiko made the difficult decision after multiple ultimatums and ongoing disagreements about marriage. Big Sean got the dad bod. What happened? She wanted marriage. She wanted the commitment, one source said. Sean loves her deeply, but he just never wanted to take that final step.
Well, he's stupid.
The couple share a 3-year-old son and have been together off and on since the mid 2010s. That's been a minute. Their relationship was unique, and they even have an album that they gave birth to. 2088 was a game-changing opus. It really was, honestly. But
Was it? Because I don't even know about it. Was it?
it was really good. Trust me, it was good.
Let
So
me go check it out.
friends say Aiko's patience eventually ran out. Eventually, she realized that ring wasn't coming. The insider said she decided it was time to move on. There's no drama between the two, according to the chatter. They're in a great place. It's peaceful. They both respect each other too much to let things get messy. They just want to do what's best for their child, the source said. All of this took a couple of days to a break on social media. Fans have noticed both artists focusing on solo music in recent months. Aiko has been spotted in the studio, and Big Sean is reportedly preparing his next album. This does
Mm.
not feel like they are getting back. I thought they were headed for marriage, but after the baby, I was wrong. That being said, time will tell. Mm-mm.
Look, you've been with the woman 10 years. You put a baby in her, but she ain't good enough for you to put a ring on.
Listen, I
What the fuck?
listen. I'm gonna tell you this. This is how I feel. That ain't got nothing to do with that man, right? If she knew that's what she wanted, she did absolutely what she should do. Fucking
Oh,
leave.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Wholeheartedly agree. No, no, no. I wholeheartedly agree. But on his part, you
You can't
with
make a
her,
man. You can't make a man a man. You cannot make a
girl,
man a man.
girl,
You cannot
girl.
make a man a man.
I
So
know.
he wants to publicly be known as not being a man. That's cool. That's fine. That's whatever. Go ahead, Janae. Go ahead. Move on. Go about your way. Do your thing. Find your person. If you want to be married, find your person to be married to. And I guarantee, I can guarantee motherfucking when she move on and she get married. Oh,
Oh, gonna be sick. Gonna be sick. Like they
you talking
always are. Get it right the first time. Quit living in regret.
But
Like
this
you
the
with this woman
problem
for
though.
10 years. Like this
Just
stupid.
listen. Again, you cannot make a man a man.
No, you can't. You right.
Yeah,
I
listen, you
remember
can
seeing a tweet after she had that baby and wanting to get married, and he was saying that they still had some things to work out
correct,
before he
correct,
would marry her. And I'm like,
correct.
but she okay to procreate with? I mean,
Listen,
Just
like
make it
really?
make sense. Make it
No,
make sense.
it doesn't
the
make sense.
minds be warped like hell.
Mm-mm.
Warped like motherfucking hell. And that's why I be like, baby, what you mean? A nigga who threatened me with a child really, really got the game fucked up. Because all right, threaten me with a child. I'm dropping this baby off to you. I'm leaving here as a single person. You want a
I know
baby out
that's
of me?
right.
You want a baby out of me? I will. That I just saw a story about this too. A lady left. She said she didn't want to have a baby. The dude begged and pleaded for the baby. She went through with the pregnancy. She said, "Put me on child support. I'm not the parent." Literally had the baby, never saw the baby, never did nothing for the baby. Basically, pay her child support and live her life. The man mad that she not around. She abandoned the baby. She told you at the beginning. You forced you. She gave into you by putting her body through the stress of having a pregnancy because you wanted a baby so bad, and showed you better than she could fucking prove to you that you thought shit was sweet and it wasn't. The game recognized game. But I hope and pray that Janae is finds her person, has the marriage that she wants, and raises her
That
kids the way
Pisces
they need to be.
queen, that Pisces queen did not deserve that Aries bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
accountability, right?
There is
Accountability,
accountability. But look,
and we're gonna
hey,
and we're
she
gonna be
stood up.
real. Listen, if we're gonna be real. We gotta be honest about accountability. She chose for 10 years to believe that, oh, if I just stay, if I just do, if I, because we all do it. We have all overstayed relationships,
I'm
myself included.
overstaying one now. Let me be quiet.
Okay.
Hmm.
We have all overstayed certain relationships when it ain't worth a damn. So now she has realized, all right, cool, fuck that nigga. And she gonna go by her way. She gonna walk right into her blessing. Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. Like what what you think you finna go what you finna get out here that's so much
Again,
better?
he don't want to be married. So
Mm,
and statistics, men who have that mentality really don't understand the statistics of what happens when they get older, right? They be trying to threaten women, oh,
mhm.
you're gonna be alone, or you're gonna be this and that.
No,
There's a
actually you're
reason why
gonna
they
be alone,
advertise.
bitch.
Right, there's a reason why they advertise a man loneliness epidemic and not a woman's. Just saying.
Hmm.
But
Women
yet the
have
crazy cat,
friends. We
right?
good.
They out here. Oh, you're gonna be alone and crazy crying and you're gonna be this and that. But there's a reason why currently there's a male loneliness epidemic and not a woman's.
Quinn, and
Mm-mm.
it is actually funny that you say that. I was watching The View this morning, and I really wish I remember this man's name, but he was a white man, and he's a podcaster and an author. And I really would because he was spitting some real shit because he was pretty much saying like he was talking about like how a lot of men when it comes to masculinity they're missing the protection part of it, right? And he
Mhm.
said like we've been conditioned to look at the childless and the husbandless cat lady, and what he said, and the reality is she's actually doing just fine. So it's the men who are like dying, health wise and stuff like he was saying. So I said, oh, they need to listen to this
Yeah.
bald headed white man.
Yeah, that's
No,
absolutely
that's
true.
very true.
And that's a
Um,
reason. That's a reason also too why there are statistics behind married couples, right? Women who outlive their husbands generally don't have an issue with life, right? They become more happy, and they're more ingrained in their community versus men. 9 cases out of 10. Well, I'm not gonna say 9 cases out of 10. I don't know. I don't know the specific statistics, but are more likely to have a tougher time, and more likely to pass on not long after their wives because they don't have a community outside of their wife. and they don't have the type of support that they quote unquote think they do. Um, when that wife who's done everything right, kept the appointments, and made sure he ate and made sure he do this, and kind of keeping tabs on him in a nurturing way, is now removed from the home.
Well, maybe talking about your girlfriends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The girlfriends, we got community kids. The kids usually, um, yeah, a lot of men isolate themselves from their children because they don't take care of them, so they don't have great relationships. I mean, not all of them, because there are men out there that take care of their children. We know that. I just don't want nobody up there. Well, I take care of mine. I know some of
Look,
y'all.
we ain't talking about you, honey. A hit dog on holler. If you feel
Okay.
the opportunity to have to jump up and you know they ain't talking about you, then that leads me to believe that you don't take care of them motherfuckers like you say you do. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you kids motherfuckers. You just
But they
I'm from
are.
Durham. It happened.
But no, seriously, women, there's studies. Women have lived longer without being in marriage. Yes, there are some good marriages and people live and have but a lot of that takes away from the women's spirit. First of all, children siphon off of your life. Uh, that is true. They're literally leeching off of your body. Then you have a husband that you have to take care of and treat as a child. That's taxing. That is very taxing. And that's why you see a lot of men who turn around with new girlfriends right away because they need somebody to take care of them.
Mm-mm, wake it up.
The wife barely in the ground and they already got a girlfriend because who gonna take care of Pawpaw? He ain't got nobody else to do it because he done burnt all his bridges. So he had to get him a new girl to take care of him. But that's all right. She'll be all right.
Mm,
But it's just sad. It just shows me that how pathetic Big Sean is to not take on, like, you've been with this woman for 10 years and you don't know if you want to marry her. Like, what, sir?
oh, as an Aries, I can promise you, he knew from the beginning. But what was
I
happening?
know
Was he just didn't want to hurt her feelings.
this is a long not hurt her feelings. But they broke
Hmm.
up at one particular time, so they should have just went their separate ways if that's what he wanted.
And if you really want to wake it up, they broke up and then like called themselves trying to get back together when he was fucking Ariana Grande, allegedly. So pretty much
Again,
essentially cheating on Ariana with her. And then I think the same thing happened with like Naya Rivera, if I'm not mistaken. May she
yeah.
rest in peace.
And he got a type, so
Listen, that is an Aries man, and I'm take with that what make of that what you
girl,
will.
I already know. Well, and he
She
ain't
was
the
in
Rambo type, so
she was in love. I mean, it happens.
hmm
And
Hmm.
maybe now she knows what's up, and she'll move on and find someone who's worthy, of her love. She's got a
yeah.
child by him, so they're tethered for life. But
hmm
yeah, if a man doesn't know he wants to marry you after being with you for 10 years, girl, no.
She did the right thing. No, she did the
Yeah,
right thing
you
because
need to
it's
move on.
ridiculous.
And I apologize because apparently, according to the chat, I've been mispronouncing her name. It looks like it's pronounced Aiko. I've been saying Aiko, but you know what? I've been saying Aiko, honey, since her mixtape days, and nobody ever corrected me. Shame on y'all.
We'll
It's
accept it.
Ico. Yeah. I
Then
mean, I feel like it's said both ways, but Aiko, I didn't,
I
thank you.
always said Ico, but you know, I wasn't
Mm.
sure if that was right.
Oh.
That's
You're a
too bad.
dog. Thank you. She.
Well,
You're a
she's gonna
dog.
make a fire ass album. That's what's happening.
Ooh, honey.
That's what's happening. She gonna make a fire ass album. I
Baby,
can't
she
say that for
recording as
him.
we speak, honey.
I can't
Yeah,
say that
see
for
it.
him.
I can say
Mm.
it for him, not too much on this air. Okay, one thing about Big Sean's music, honey, I have actually been a fan of his since his Detroit mixtape. He is actually a really good a
I,
rapper. Not too
his
much.
his mixtape was good, and I liked him then. And then when he got signed, like most people, when people get signed, they music get messed up. Whatever. He ain't that great. He alright.
He can still be a dog, and if you like his music, he's still a dog. Whatever.
He's
Well,
still.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
two
He a
I
things
know.
about
dog.
Look
it.
at you want
Thank
to
you.
defend y'all little Aries. Look at y'all sticking together.
Look, that's what I said. I knew he's an heir, so I already know he's a dog. But my argument is Janae also knew that as well because we don't hide it, and she thought that pussy was gonna make him change his mind for 10 years, honey, off and on. But he's an Aries, honey. You don't change our mind unless we want to change it.
Right.
Hello,
Look
hello.
here.
He
Look
told her
here.
after the baby he didn't want to marry her, so that would have. That's what. How old is the baby? How many years going on?
Three.
3.
Yeah. So she stayed
It,
3 years too long.
No,
but
actually, it's even before that because they had experienced child loss before that.
Oh,
oh,
really?
she had a
Yeah,
miscarriage, right, or
yeah,
something.
she had.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened where again, like I said, it's the accountability factor because I have been there too, girl. Go ahead, girl. Leave that man. Fuck him.
Hmm.
And find you a new lover.
Well, this album probably gonna be fire as hell. So
It definitely is.
I'm waiting on it. Run me it.
We
it's
getting another
unfortunate.
lemonade.
Look here.
Baby, we getting Patron. She about to let that chopper sing, honey.
Well, I'm all for it because I like her music.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I hate that, she has to, well, but you know what? Putting your pain in your art is the best revenge, I think. It's because you get money off that pain and them years you can't get back. Give me some money behind that. I hear that.
Now, I just want to say, when it comes to this next story, Black Americans, you will always be famous, baby. When I tell you we are the culture,
Hello.
we
Yeah,
we
the
are the
fuck?
culture, and we will always be the culture. And every other
Global
culture wants to
culture.
be global, honey, and every other culture wants to be just like us. And I'm not saying that lightly. I actually have proof with this next story.
Yep.
So, Jennifer Aniston, someone that I'm sure y'all don't give a shit about,
Don't.
I mean,
but
I like, don't tell me, do I have to stop liking her before we get into
no,
this?
no,
Okay,
no,
thank
you
God.
won't.
Oh, God. Shit, I'm tired of
Look,
that.
this time she was okay this time. But you remember we had a thing with her not too long ago, but she's okay this time. But
Okay.
so I want you to see Chill. Look, she just went Instagram official with her new boo.
Who is
Now,
this?
Oh.
right. Look,
They it's
never.
cute for her.
You remember how when it came to the white celebrities, it was always, oh, new couple alert, so and so is with so and so.
Uh
The
huh.
black people, it was like, oh, they Instagram official. It was really the black young people. Oh, they Instagram official. Now they
Right.
got Jennifer Aniston's old ass with her old ass man. Talking about some Instagram official. Okay, girl. But
It's so
congrats to
all
them.
our culture.
Well, who is this gentleman here?
Well,
We
his
don't
name
care.
is Jim Curtis.
We don't care.
I'm a little curious. Stop it. Okay, I like Jennifer. I'm
yeah,
glad I don't have to stop liking her.
other than his name being Jim Curtis, it doesn't say anything about it. Let me see if I can Google him. Let me see. Jim Curtis. Let's see what comes up. Nothing. Let's see. They got people also ask, what does Jim Curtis do for? He's a hypnotherapist.
Oh, he must have put it down. Jen, this is just a party. Don't stay. Mm-mm. Don't stay, Jen. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. It says he so according to because by way of Times of India, who is Jim Curtis, it says he's a hypnotherapist, transformational coach, and published author. His work spans helping people with anxiety, trauma, mindset shifts, and self-actualization. Girl, Jennifer, you better run.
Don't marry
You
this
better
man, girl. Don't you
you
do
better
it.
get far away from that motherfucker as you can, girl.
You gonna be paying manimony.
Oh my hypnotherapist. I wouldn't want to fuck around with nobody that can damn hypnotize me. Let's start there. Look, and
I
we have
mean,
a
he's
comment.
handsome for you know.
Yeah, but
It,
no, girl. Just don't marry
it's
him.
No,
it's
Don't do
funny
it.
you
don't
said
marry
that,
him.
Moon, because somebody put I saw on Twitter earlier today where somebody said she mid as hell, but always gets the cutest men. Now I
Why
don't
she
think he's
gotta
that
be?
cute.
She's what as hell?
Mid as hell.
She is not mid. Stop.
Well, yeah, she's a mid white woman, and it's no. I mean, I like her.
Oh, she's
I
cute.
I like her, yeah, especially in the morning show. I really like her character in the morning show. But she's a mid white woman. It is way other cuter white women that's around her age that's shame her, honey. Like what? Kate
Who?
Walsh, to name a few. Kate Walsh, Reese Witherspoon.
Well, Reese got a little funny look to her too. I mean, come on.
But her funny looking is still cuter than Jennifer Aniston's midness.
Really? I don't accept that. I don't accept that. I don't.
I
Mm-mm.
don't
I
either.
feel
She's
like
not mid.
she's not mid.
And
Now,
then
if we
her,
talking about Taylor, now she's mid.
oh baby, she below mid, honey. She is mud.
Exactly.
She mud, honey.
Jennifer has always, she is trendy. Come on. She has pushed culture. Stop playing with Jen. Don't play with Jen like that.
Okay.
And then don't be having me up here defending white women. God damn it. Shit. Now,
I'm just saying, okay.
goddamn. Jesus.
No, because I like her, and especially in We're the Millers. I love her. I think she's a great
She's a,
comedic actress. I love what she
she
does on
is.
the morning show. But when it comes to
Hmm.
like looks and red carpet, and then commanding her, she's just not that girl. Like
I
I,
mean, is she gonna be give us like flair? No, but if she's not ugly, I'm like, she's not, going to be coming in no couture and blah blah blah. She know her lane. She's cute. She not mid, but she ain't extravaganza. But leave her alone. Now this must be a little getting you back right relationship because I need him to have a real job. We seen what happened with old girl in her
hmm
relationship, so I don't want this to happen to her
exactly. And we have a
because she
comment, oh
already been
boy, like
enough.
just like Denise Richards, exactly like that, honey. And now you got a
Hmm.
motherfucker that can hypnotize you and make you damn question shit. And I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, he's giving tall, dark. He he probably, this is a little Freudian, but he probably reminds her of her father because Victor Kiriakis was tall Greek with salt and pepper hair, and you
Tall,
know,
dark, and opportunist is what it's giving to
mm,
me.
Okay, okay,
that's what
Sheila.
that is giving. That is giving that. You're right.
Allegedly.
But I'm
Very
saying,
bad.
like, look wise, she probably was like, oh, handsome, he
Well,
fine,
yeah, he is. But I don't marry him, is all I got to say.
Don't marry him. Do not get caught up with Denise. This is just a good time. What you be saying to us, Auntie? This is just a little fun.
Hmm. Get
Might
that
be
ding wing and
community
go.
dick. Yes, that's it. That's all.
Because I have nothing against community dick, honey. It does what it needs to do for the community. The problem is that y'all try to make that community dick your husband, and you're not supposed to do that.
Mm-mm.
Well, speaking of community dick, Diplo, and I'm making a
Uh-oh.
prediction, y'all. I'm making a prediction on this show, and when this shit happens, remember, be like Auntie Derek said, this shit was going to happen on his November 3rd show. So you notice how like when before like sexual assault allegations comes out with people and stuff, they start trying to like well when it comes to men, white men especially, they tend to do this thing to where they try to act fluid as if they like go both ways. They're into both men and women and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all noticed that pattern, but trust me, I have over the years. Like who did Kevin Spacey was a good example of it, and then it turns out that he's actually gay. But Diplo, the reason I bring that up is because Diplo is now on a podcast. He went on the Smart Girl Dumb Questions podcast and alleged that he not only dated Katy Perry, but he also dated Justin Trudeau. He said, "Oh, we go both ways over here, honey." So y'all should see this TMZ article I just shared. Diplo claims he dated both Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. So it's
Hmm.
about a maybe a 40-second clip. Let's just see what he has to say about it. Give me 1 second. A bunch of nothing is what he's saying, quiet as it's kept. But
Why we gotta know that? Why we gotta know that,
because if
Diplo?
I had to see the shit, y'all gotta see it too. Damn it.
See
Why, Diplo? Why you telling?
Let's see. So let's see what he has to say.
what, boy? People really be wanting to be relevant all the time. Y'all just mm.
One thing I will say about Diplo, he's not somebody that needs relevance. Like he has made a whole lane for him. Diplo has fans on fans on fans, so he.
Right.
Yes,
So
but
why?
he still wants to be relevant because who's been talking about Diplo lately? No one. So who? How? What else best way to get yourself back in? I dated both of them.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Like why he
we've been
needed a
talking about him, and the last time we talked about it was because he had to settle them revenge porn cases in court and stuff.
Exactly. You see, he a spiteful little bitch.
So the reason I brought that thing up at first because I think some other shit is about to come out about his ass. So he's just trying to say, "Oh, well, no, I'm a cool, fluid guy. Look, I'm even bisexual." But I have no proof of this
Now,
other
why
than the
you
gut
out
feeling.
Justin Trudeau? He said how I get in it. Why you telling my business?
Well, I don't think he out in them, honey. I think girl, the streets been talking about Justin Hunt.
Oh, well, see, I ain't on that street corner. I don't know until you tell me.
Yeah, girl, they've been talking about him for a while. So,
Really?
oh yes, honey. They say he gets down, honey. But
Mm.
let's see what Diplo has to say about dating both of them.
Oh,
But that place is just a horny place. That's where
Yeah.
Pornhub. It's just a very porny city, Montreal.
Canada, porny. They have a hot prime
Quebec in
minister
general
now.
is a
Prime Minister Carney.
he's hot.
Yeah.
And now Katy Perry's dating Justin Trudeau.
I know.
It's pretty fire.
I know so many people who like kind of.
Dated Katy Perry like me.
Oh, did you date Katy
Oh, I
Perry?
did.
I meant Trudeau.
Oh, I did date Trudeau too.
Yeah, that's gonna go.
That was a
That's
weird
it.
one though,
Really? Why?
because I'm just not.
He's a
into,
prude, isn't
I'm not
he?
into politicians.
I call him Prudo. Yeah,
You met him before?
No, I haven't. I think he's hot.
He's kind of hot.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, so we have a comment like he went to dinner with Trudeau. No, honey, he sucked Trudeau's dingling, allegedly, allegedly. So he had dinner, but Trudeau didn't. Let me stop.
Oh Lord.
Allegedly,
Oh
allegedly.
Lord.
I mean, it's the Canadian Prime Minister, though. I was suck his dick. I mean,
uh,
I
uh,
was
What?
uh,
okay.
She said, shut that shit down. Settle down. Okay. We get it.
Ah. Well, this next story. So, I know, like my millennials and my Gen Xers, I know y'all remember the movie Joanna Man. I know y'all
Yes.
remember it.
Uh-huh. I do remember Joanna Man, yes.
Well, the character Miguel Nunez Jr., who played the iconic Joanna Man, and I just want to say shout out to Miguel Nunez. That's a Wilson, North Carolina legend right there. But they caught him out. TMZ caught him out, and it looks like they are actually working on a sequel to Joanna Man. So I have this TMZ article here, and you all should see where it says Joanna Man star Miguel A. Nunez Jr. wants Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in sequel. So here's another video. This is about maybe 2.5 minutes long. So we're just gonna watch him, and I have to say he looks damn good. Cause last I checked, I think he's like in his 60s, if I'm not mistaken. And he looks good. And I've always loved him, even ever since the show Sparks. I've been a huge Miguel Nunez fan. So let me share my screen. Oh, and Slayonka, you might have seen him out at the Lakers games. I had no idea he was a huge Laker fan and has been for the past 30 years. But let's see what he has to say about the Joanna Man sequel.
Hey, so Halloween's coming up. What are you dressing as?
I was thinking about dressing cool and going as myself.
Ah, you should
What
go
are you
for
going
Joanna
as?
Man, bro.
A lot of people are, but I'm not doing that. I'm getting ready for part 2.
Part 2?
Yeah, we're doing a part 2 this year with Lionsgate.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know that.
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
supposed to know that?
Well, you do now.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I didn't think, like, in this day and age, that sort of stuff, Joanna Man would fly, but I'm
It's
glad.
better now than it was then. It was before its time.
It was.
Yes, it was.
But now it's kind of edgy, isn't it, to do that sort of, which you think is good.
I think it's great. That's the whole thing. Time. In the beginning, it wasn't so prevalent, female basketball players and all of that stuff. But now, It's a better time for it.
So can you tell me anything else about the movie? Have you started shooting it yet?
Oh no. We're still setting up the script and all of that. It's not even close. Probably won't be till the middle of next year.
Who else is going to be part of it?
Vivica, Tommy Davidson, a few of the same cast. Oh, it's gonna be fire, bro.
Oh, that's amazing. Any sort of cameos?
Oh yeah, everybody.
Everybody?
I hope Andrew Reed, Richard Clark, Seth Curry. He was in the first one. He was in the first one anyway.
Oh, Angel Reese would be fire in it.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, you'd like Caitlin Clark in that?
I love her. I love Andrew Reed.
How would Jamal go against Caitlin Clark?
I'll be that.
I love that,
I'd be
man.
her and I'd marry Andrew Reed.
Oh, I like that, bro.
Well, yeah, anyway, but see, my thing is that as much as I'm excited for the movie to come out, because I'm actually one of the people that while everybody's tired of reboots, I'm like, bring them on. Let me see 'em. I like to see like characters from my favorite movies to see where they are now in today's age, and so it's exciting for me. But I can definitely understand why, the audiences would want more originality. So I totally get it. But when it comes to this, as much as I'm excited for this to come out, especially when they're having the same cast like Vivica Fox and Tommy Davidson, it's not lost on me that people are going to use things like this to try to speak against the transgender community. And that's the one thing I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already trying to, like, when it comes to men dressing up as wigs and stuff in women's clothes to be deceptive in women's spaces, that's the argument they're trying to use for trans women. And so I'm just trying to really be really careful and stuff. But I hope it's done well. I hope they got some good writers to make what they want, like to be a really good movie. But I just I I can kind of see where this is gonna go. And because when the first one was done, it was a whole different time. That first one was done in 2002, and like we certainly didn't have the language back then that we do now when it comes to the trans community and stuff. So I don't know, y'all. I'm excited. I truly am. I would love to see it, but like I said, I just kind of know what this is gonna turn into.
He does look good. He's 66.
He said, "Oh, see, looks damn good." Back off, chill. I saw him first. Let me see.
I don't care who saw him first, baby. We can split
Oh,
it. Okay?
well, that's the man from Wilson Hunt. He can handle all of us at the same time. So,
Not a WWF. Let's get ready to rumble.
okay.
Hot tea, cold cash. Okay, hot tea,
Yes. Well, I got three more stories left. This next one, so one of my favorite white women, one that y'all can never make me hate, honey. But Jessica Simpson, she actually just announced over the weekend that she has been sober for 8 years. So I just shared this TMZ article. Y'all should see where it says Jessica Simpson marks 8 years sober,
Good for
says
her.
alcohol blocked her dreams.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her, that shoe queen, honey. Well, Jessica Simpson is celebrating a powerful personal milestone, marking 8 years of sobriety with an emotional message to fans about choosing faith over fear. The singer took to Instagram on Saturday to reflect on the day she decided to stop drinking, writing that it was a moment she confronted, confessed, and let go of the self sabotaging parts of her life that were holding her back. 8 years ago today, I made the choice to confront, to confess, and let go of the self sabotaging parts of my life that I was choosing, Jessica wrote. Making that decision allowed me to fully live in the pursuit of God's purpose for my life. She went on to describe how alcohol had consumed her peace and creativity, calling it a spiritual and emotional block that nearly derailed her purpose. Alcohol silenced my intuition, blocked my dreams, and chased my circulating fears of complacency, she continued. Today I am cleared. Excuse me, today I am clear. Today I am driven by faith. Um, the mom of three added a powerful message about what true strength looks like, writing, excuse me, both fear and faith are something that we feel and may not see. I'm so happy I chose faith over fear. It's not in the fight. I'm sorry, it was not in the fight that I found my strength. It was in The Surrender. Simpson has been open about her sobriety journey since first revealing her decision to quit alcohol in 2017. It's good for her. I just really hate that, alcohol really brings out the worst and stuff because I don't know about y'all, honey, but when I get drunk, all I want to do is twerk and like I don't wanna, but people saying like it drives them to violence, it drives them to get behind the wheel, it just makes them make like really horrible decisions and like she said, self-sabotage. I guess maybe because I don't do it on a regular basis, maybe that's the
Yeah, you don't get
different.
drunk every day. It's a different story when you're soaking your brain and your liver in alcohol every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, just answer my own question. But honestly, good for her. Really good for her, and hope and continue it. And anybody else, marking any, even if you were damn a week sober, baby, that is something to celebrate because I know addiction is not easy.
Amen to
So,
that.
yeah. Well, now on the other side of this, a white woman who I don't particularly care for, Britney Spears. And this only happened only 2 years ago because I was cool with her up until 2 years ago when she did that bullshit with that basketball player. But
Hmm.
but her ass, honey, and it looks like maybe Kevin Federline's book is actually doing more damage than what we think because it looks like it caused her to delete her Instagram account.
Oh,
So, yes, y'all should see what I just shared here by way of TMZ. Britney Spears deletes her Instagram following concerning post. Well, Britney Spears' Instagram account has once again vanished, this time on the heels of several posts that have fans concerned, and her ex shit, I can't even talk. Her ex-husband Kevin Federline's memoir taking aim at her reputation. The deactivation appears to have gone down Sunday, with her page now showing the message profile isn't available. The link may be broken or the profile may have been removed. Her X account, however, remains active. Fans have been worried about some of Britney's recent social media posts, including a dancing video after she cryptically referenced her two sons. Another dancing clip the singer shared in October showed her with bruises and bandages, which she later explained came from a fall down a set of stairs at a friend's house. Federline's memoir, which dropped 2 weeks ago, is filled with stories about their marriage, her relationship with their sons, and claims of Britney's bad behavior over the years, including allegations of drug use and infidelity. Britney later went on a tirade against Federline, saying she's over his constant gaslighting, adding that anyone who knows her understands he's just trying to cash in on salacious gossip. Those who follow the pop star know she's taken social media breaks before. Time will tell if this time is for good.
dancing is
Mhm.
doing a whole lot of heavy lifting right there, but okay.
Exactly. Child, listen, she needs to take a break from the public, quiet as it's kept.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. Take a long break, girl. Like forever.
Mhm. Well, y'all, and our last story, honey. So now this isn't a celebrity, quote unquote, but this story is so crazy. So how you go from TV news anchor to convicted murderer, child?
What?
Oh, baby, well, we about to find out. So y'all see, I just shared here by this by way of TMZ. Former TV anchor reportedly arrested for allegedly killing
Not her mother.
her mother, girl, and the way she did it was just so gruesome. Like, oh my god. So, a former TV anchor was repeated. A former TV anchor was reportedly arrested in connection with the stabbing death of her elderly mother Friday. Angeline Mock, a 47-year-old woman who anchored St. Louis's local station Fox 2 about 10 years ago, was taken into custody in Wichita, Kansas, after her 80-year-old mother, Anita Avers, was found in bed with multiple stab wounds, the Daily Mail reports. Aver was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The Wichita Police Department told the Daily Mail they responded around 8 in the morning and found Mock outside the home while her mother was lying inside bleeding. A neighbor named Alyssa Castro told local outlet KAKE she saw Mock covered in blood while driving by. Castro said Mock approached her and her boyfriend asking for help, and the outlet reports Castro's boyfriend lent Mock his cell phone, which she then allegedly ran off with. Mock is Mock is being held at Sedgwick County Jail on a $1 million bond, the Daily Mail reports, and the story is still developing.
That's
But
crazy.
isn't it insane? I just want to kind of want y'all, and I know she was a news anchor like 10 years ago, but I just want to kind of want y'all to see the difference in
Yeah,
what she looks like now and what she looks like back then.
big difference.
Huge difference. So that's her back then. That's the mama. That's her now.
Wow.
And here's another picture of her like on air when she was working.
Wow. I wonder if
Look
she
at that
fell
shit,
down
honey.
a drug hole. Like, what's going on with her?
Something happened, honey. But we gonna figure it out. I wonder what could possess like that. I'm trying to figure out for you to brutally stab your 80-year-old mother in bed like that. Like I don't know, chill. You might be onto something. Maybe it was drug fueled. Maybe it was
Or mental illness untreated.
oh, that too.
That's kind of what I'm getting. Or
Yep.
both.
Or both. Well, I hate I had to end like with a sad story like that, but y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, did anybody have any tea that they want to share? Any tea that I might have missed?
Not today, honey. Not today.
Look, we
And
done
hey,
covered everything from the rooter to the
Slayonka,
tutor.
sending you my love. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hey, Slayonka. Oh, Libra Queen. Hey, Libra Queen.
Uh-oh, you know, Quinn be having something in the pocket.
First of all, they just announced that they're closing down Six Flags. I feel some type of fucking way.
Huh?
Wait, all of
Exactly.
them?
I don't know if it's all of them. I tagged you in the chat on Twitter. But yeah, got me fucked up. Also, apparently, what's that Miguel boy? Miguel also apparently was on the Breakfast Club last week defending his baby mama Arna. And his status as a homewrecker because remember he popped out with a baby. Lo and
Miguel the
behold,
singer?
yeah, Miguel the singer. Y'all don't remember that? He
Yeah,
came
I
out
I
with a
remember.
son, a 1 year old son.
I
That's
remember.
right. The one when he cheated on Nas. Yes, yes,
First
yes,
of all,
yes.
now not okay now. So apparently he defended his honor and said, "Y'all don't have the time. The math not mathing. Y'all don't have the timeline." He was fully divorced, fully not together with her when he happened to meet his girlfriend, I don't know, his partner, and that there was nothing salacious going on. There was no betrayal, none of that happening. He was married, they got divorced. He then later met his partner and they had a son. And he don't give a damn what y'all say. He loves the fact that he's a father and all the good things and blase squaze. I said, oh, well, I ain't know because they damn sure was dragging him for hell and filth on the internet. Said he been had that girl. I said, ooh, Lord have
And he
mercy.
did. I don't know who he think. I don't know who he trying to convince us or himself, honey, because we know the tea, honey. And those of us who read and know and very familiar with Nazanin, honey, his ex-wife, you ain't telling me nothing, Miss Gail, honey. You ain't
Miss
telling me a
Gail.
damn thing, Miss Gail. I know what you are. Matter of fact, let me look at this motherfucker zodiac sign. I bet you he a Scorpio.
Ooh,
October 23rd. I
yeah, well,
knew it.
yeah. Well,
I
not
knew it.
you know,
Honey, because that
Scorpio.
whole statement trying to gaslight us, honey, that just reeks of Scorpio, honey. So I knew
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, again, I feel like I'm immune to a lot of the shit that happens with my sister sign. You know what I'm saying? My sister signs as well as my like month signs. So people be saying they be having these horrible experiences, and I'd be like, well, maybe I'm toxic because I just be rolling. I'll be rolling with it, and I don't be never, But also play with me, and you'll learn the hard way. That's not what you want to do.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's what he was on the Breakfast Club saying. Apparently, like a week ago, that he wasn't doing none of that, and he met his current girl, after the fact, and he had to grow up and do all the things, and blase squaze.
And it ain't lost on me that he's still trying to convince us that he's only into girls, allegedly, allegedly. But I'm gonna just let that rock, honey. If you telling us you straight, baby, we ain't got no choice but to take your word for it. But I
Listen,
do know he did
listen,
Nazanin very dirty.
listening to listening to his albums to say that allegedly, I feel like the allegedly is a strong allegedly, and you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. Be who you are. Okay, be who you are for your pride. Okay.
Hmm. But that motherfucker know how to make some hits though, honey. Especially from that first
Hello, hello,
album. Oh, he put
listen,
his dingling in that first album, honey. He really made some jams.
and that's what I'm saying. Cause that's one thing a Scorpio gonna do is they be in their feelings. They be
Hmm.
making some magic happen. Okay.
Yes, honey. Well, thank you, Libra Queen, for that piece of news, and shout out to Nazanin. If y'all not familiar with her, she was actually before she married Miguel. She was actually a actor slash singer herself, and
Mm.
I was introduced to her from when TLC did that show. Are You the Girl? She was one of the contestants in that show. Really talented and gorgeous and beautiful. But and they call her Nas for short, but her name is Nazanin,
Let's see, Miguel's ex-wife.
Hmm.
and it's spelled Naz. Yeah, I think she might be of Indian descent, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, okay. Wait a minute. It says 2018 to 2022. What up? Hold up. That must be some show she was on because I know she's not dead.
No, no,
They got divorced in October. She filed in October 2022. She's pretty.
And yeah, and they had
Mhm.
gotten back together because them streets, so streeting. And then that's why so many people were surprised. They're like, how the fuck we literally just watched y'all get back together. Now you got
You
a
know
whole new
what?
person and a kid.
I ain't really like Miguel since he jumped on that girl's head at the MTV Music
I'm
Awards.
sorry.
I really ain't cared for him since then. Cause,
Did
buddy,
he pay
mm,
her?
He did, I believe. Yep.
Because, yeah, he hit her all in the head.
Yep. He's on that. Matter of fact, let me just to make sure I'm not misspeaking. Let me see. Miguel.
Now he giving somebody kaleidoscope dreams.
Yep. Her
that
name
lady
was
had a concussion.
Cindy Say. Oh, yep. He no, wait. Is this it? No, this is Luis Miguel, not Miguel.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember seeing that that girl had a neck injury and he settled
Yeah,
with
I'm
her.
sure she did. He really knocked her in the head pretty good.
Yep, it says that they went to private arbitration and it was resolved in January of 2016. The specific terms and the amount of the settlement were not publicly disclosed. So yeah, he
Yeah,
made it right.
he hit two women. One
Hmm.
was in the head, the other one was in the body. Yeah, he had to settle that.
Yep. Well,
Did you
again,
hear
thank you,
anything?
Libra Queen.
One more thing. Did you hear anything about sexual assault charges against him by a fan?
No, Miguel.
Yeah, in 2017.
No, that totally
Oh,
went over my head.
oh, but it says it was referring to a baseball player. Never mind. Wrong, Miguel. But they had it at
Oh,
the end of the part where they're talking about the incident at the concert, And then they had that in there, separate allegations of sexual assault made against Miguel by a fan. But in the search, it's against a Miguel baseball player. Like, why would they add that? You know what?
That might be the Luis Miguel that kept confusing me when I was just looking through Google a minute ago.
It may be. It may be.
Woo, false alarm, y'all. False alarm.
Oh, I've never heard that. Hold up. Well, I'm glad she got paid because he definitely gave her some trauma. She had head trauma behind that for real.
Yep.
Thank God he wasn't even a bigger person.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, again, thank you, Libra Queen, for sharing that tea about Miss Gale, honey. And I'm gonna go and watch that Breakfast Club interview just so I can watch his lying ass. But that thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for a live show at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Come to auntiederrick.com and subscribe to me. And also tell your family and friends about the Hot Tea Cold Cash giveaway starting November 10th. Um,
Show me
and
the
we
money.
Munyon,
Show
honey.
me the
We have a
money.
comment saying "Go Dodgers." You know that ain't my lane, honey. I don't know a Dodger from a Charger, honey. So
Yes. Okay. Here's the. I know you don't like sports ball, but the great part about it is LA Dodgers beat Toronto Blue Jays. It's the whole Kendrick and Drake battle again. And guess
His
who
form.
won again? Guess who won again?
And then they were playing Kendrick's song.
Yes, yes.
you know what? I'm here for anything that's gonna get that Canadian fuck up out of here. So yay, sports ball, go Dodgers, yay! But y'all, so we will be back again. We will be back tomorrow for a live show if you can make it. Email the show at auntie@auntiederrick.com. And again, tell a friend about the giveaway that we have coming up in a week. But until then, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.